Ave Regina, Mater misericordiae, vita dulcedo, estes nostra salve.
The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Glory to you, Lord. On a Sabbath, Jesus went to dine at the home of one of the leading Pharisees. He said to the host who invited him, "When you hold a lunch or a dinner, do not invite your friends or your brothers or sisters or your relatives or your wealthy neighbors, in case they may invite you back and you have repayment. Rather, when you hold a banquet, invite the poor, the crippled, the lame, the blind. Blessed indeed will you be because of their inability to repay you, for you will be repaid at the resurrection of the righteous." The Gospel of the Lord. One day at the hospital, as I was doing my regular check-in with the patients, I noticed there's a patient I've not visited, and he is a man anyway, has been in the hospital for 7 days, which is unusual for me, because 2-3 days I should be able to visit average patients. Except something happens, sometimes you may come, the doctors are busy with the patient or the patient is sleeping, then I may not be able to visit. So this case, I said, okay, let me go and stop in and visit this patient. And when I came in, the patient was so happy. I ended up spending 30 minutes with this patient. We spoke about almost everything. I can see radiance, I see joy in his face, as I was leaving, Later on, a nurse called me. He said, "Chaplain, I want to thank you." I said, "What for?" He said, "There's a man in so room and so that he said, I should thank you that you are a good man." I said, "Wow, what did I do?" He said, "Well, I don't know." So she was asking me, "What did you do?" I said, "I don't know. I'm asking you, what did I do?" I just spent time with him, that's all. Oh, he said, "Yes, that may be it. That the man used to be like depressed, like lonely, feeling like abandoned." I said, "I have no idea." So no one visited. He said, "No family member has come to visit him." Okay, I said, okay, that's maybe the reason. Another thing happened again at the time of, this story was from Mother Teresa's diary, There was a man out there in India who was about dying. He was homeless and lay by the side of the road, the streets, dying. People give him money, people give him food, but one day, Mother Teresa's sisters picked him up. They washed him, they clothed him, they even arranged for a medical check on him. And after 2 days, the man was a changed person. He became a different human being. And then when he was talking, he said, "I lived my life as a dog." That's the language he used, as a dog. "But now I will die an angel." What does this mean? When I was reading the passage of the Bible, the gospel, Jesus Christ said, when you want to invite people to dinner, invite those that are poor, lame, blind, abandoned, so that they will not repay you back. The greatest kindness you will show, or the greatest generosity, is the one you will show to someone you have nothing to gain from. Think about that. That's the greatest generosity. The greatest love you could show is love that you cannot have any payback. And that's what the Bible is telling us today, that God gives things freely. God has a very large heart. So God wants us to have large heart. It doesn't mean that you can't invite your friends, your family members, your wife, your husband, take them out to dinner. That's not the point. The point is, are you ready to even include, be at the table, spend time with the poor, the blind, the lame, homeless people? Why? Because they may not invite you back, because they have nothing to gain. So the question, that's the main thing we have to reflect. Let us have time in many ways. Let us think. Even among us, let us have time for someone we have nothing to gain from, someone that we don't even like, someone we have no common. You know, they say birds of the same feather flock together. Sometimes look for the bird that has not your feather and flock with the bird. That's what the Bible is saying. Be able to relate, associate, share your love, share your mercy, share your time with people that you don't even fit in with. People you look odd when you are in their midst. When you feel comfortable giving them your time, your resources, your everything, then you are accomplishing what this passage today is saying. You are inviting them into your life to be at the table, not at the table of food, but at the table of your time, the table of your love, the table of your mercy. In due course, we shall come to the table of the Eucharist, where all of us will come. No distinction. Those who are prepared will come forward and then eat from the table of the Master. The Master wants us to open our table, our life, to people to share in the mercy, the glory, the goodness, all the good things we have in ourselves. We'll be ready to share with anyone who needs our support, our time, our love, our mercy. God bless you.
Regina Celi, letare, alleluia, qui